Tragic explosion at Nebraska plant claims lives of 2 children and an adult. Tragedy struck a small Nebraska town when a catastrophic explosion at a local biofuels plant claimed the lives of 3 people, including 2 young children. The heart-wrenching incident has left the community reeling and sparked urgent questions about safety protocols in industrial settings. But here's where it gets controversial. How safe are the storage practices at such facilities, and could this disaster have been prevented? Let's break down what we know so far. The explosion occurred at Horizon Biofuels, a facility in Fremont that produces fuel pellets and animal bedding, around midday on Tuesday. Fremont Mayor Joey Spellerberg delivered a somber update during a press briefing, describing the event as a tragedy that has left the city in mourning. "My heart hurts," he admitted. "We pray for all the families involved." The victims, an adult employee and 2 girls believed to be under 12, were reportedly inside the building at the time of the blast. Spellerberg shared that the children were waiting for the adult to finish work so they could attend a medical appointment, adding a deeply personal layer to the tragedy. Rescue efforts quickly shifted to recovery mode after the initial chaos. Firefighters battling the blaze faced immense challenges, including heavy smoke, collapsing structures, and unstable steel beams. "We had a lot of structural collapse," Fremont Fire Chief Todd Burnt explained. "Early on, we tried to get access, but just due to the collapse with the mangled steel, we were unable to get inside. This forced authorities to call in the Nebraska Task Force 1, a specialized unit equipped to handle such hazardous situations." Ashley Engler, a program manager with the task force. "The plant's inventory of wood and alcohol-based materials has raised eyebrows. While these materials are common in biofuels production, their storage and handling procedures remain under investigation." Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen has pledged support, stating, "Our thoughts and prayers are with all involved, and we're ready to help any way we can." Yet this is the part most people miss. What safeguards exist to prevent such disasters in facilities that handle flammable materials? Could stricter regulations or better oversight have made a difference here? Local residents have shown remarkable solidarity. One woman who arrived at the scene to offer water to first responders described the moment of the explosion. "I saw a large black puff of smoke. I was just instantly praying that nobody was hurt." Her words reflect the community's unity, but they also underscore a painful truth. Tragedies like these often force us to confront hard questions about risk, responsibility, and the systems meant to protect us. As investigators piece together the cause of the explosion, one thing is clear: this incident will linger in the minds of many. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe industrial facilities are doing enough to prioritize worker and community safety? Or is this a wake-up call for stricter regulations? The conversation is far from over. Breaking news: 3 missing after Nebraska manufacturing plant explosion. Rescue efforts underway. A devastating explosion has ripped through a manufacturing plant in Nebraska, leaving 3 people missing at a community on edge. The incident, which occurred Tuesday evening, has triggered a massive search and rescue operation. But the unstable condition of the building is presenting significant challenges. Fremont Fire Chief Todd Burnt described a scene of twisted steel and corrugated metal, a warehouse-style structure now a mangled mess. "We are unable to gain access early on," Burnt stated at a press conference. "We tried to get access, but just due to the collapse with the mangled steel, we're unable to get inside." This is where the real challenge begins. How do you safely reach potential survivors trapped within such a precarious environment? Authorities are pulling out all the stops. A specialized search and rescue task force, organized at the federal level and based in Lincoln, is prepared to tunnel through the debris if necessary. This underscores the seriousness of the situation and the commitment to finding the missing individuals. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics are questioning whether enough resources were deployed quickly enough, given the potential for time-sensitive rescue efforts. What do you think? Could more have been done in the initial hours? The missing individuals remain unaccounted for, and their identities, whether they were employees or visitors, are currently unknown. The explosion struck Horizon Biofuels, Incorporated, a company that produces wood pellets for fuel. They also operate under the name Elkhorn Valley Animal Bedding, manufacturing pet bedding, according to local news reports. A request for comment from Horizon Biofuels has so far gone unanswered, adding to the air of uncertainty surrounding the event. And this is the part most people miss: the potential environmental impact. While officials claim the immediate air and water quality are safe, the long-term effects of the fire and potential chemical releases are still being assessed. The blast occurred just before noon, sending smoke billowing over the southern part of Fremont. While the fire is smoldering and could continue to do so for days, city officials have assured residents that drinking water is safe and air quality is within acceptable limits. However, those living downwind are advised to avoid inhaling the smoky air as a precaution. The Nebraska Department of Water, Energy, and Environment has yet to release a statement. The Nebraska State Patrol has urged the public to stay away from the area, as the cause of the explosion is thoroughly investigated. Governor Jim Pillen addressed the situation on X, stating, "We will continue to closely monitor the explosion in Fremont in coordination with local responders, law enforcement, and state partners. Our thoughts and prayers are with all involved, and we're ready to help any way we can." The investigation into the cause of the explosion is ongoing. Was it a mechanical failure? A chemical reaction gone wrong? Or something else entirely? This incident raises serious questions about safety regulations and oversight in manufacturing facilities. What measures should be in place to prevent similar tragedies from happening again? Share your thoughts and concerns in the comments below. Fremont explosion. Recovery efforts underway for missing father and daughters. When disaster strikes, it leaves behind a trail of heartbreak and questions. In Fremont, Nebraska, the community is grappling with the aftermath of a devastating explosion at Horizon Biofuels, a tragedy that has claimed lives and left many searching for answers. As recovery efforts continue, investigations are underway to uncover what went wrong and how such a catastrophe could have occurred. But here's where it gets controversial. While some blame lapses in safety protocols, others wonder if unforeseen circumstances played a role. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, has confirmed its involvement in probing Tuesday's explosion at Horizon Biofuels. A spokesperson stated that OSHA cannot provide updates on the ongoing investigation due to legal restrictions, which mandate completion within 6 months. Meanwhile, authorities from the Nebraska Fire Marshal's office have joined the inquiry, focusing on determining the root cause of the blast. Interim State Fire Marshal Doug Hohine emphasized that no statements would be made until investigators pinpoint the exact origin of the incident. At a press conference held Wednesday morning, Mayor Joey Spellerberg addressed the public, revealing the heartbreaking details of the tragedy. 3 individuals, a man employed by Horizon Biofuels and his 2 young daughters under the age of 12, were inside the facility when the explosion occurred. According to family members who spoke with reporters, the children were patiently waiting for their father to finish work so they could attend a scheduled doctor's appointment together. This has now transitioned into a recovery mission, Mayor Spellerberg solemnly announced, underscoring the gravity of the situation. Search and rescue teams, including Nebraska Task Force 1, are concentrating their efforts on a grain bin and an adjacent building housing offices. These areas are believed to be where the missing man was located during the explosion. Despite assessing the structural integrity of the site, officials determined late Wednesday morning that recovery, not rescue, is the appropriate course of action, given the hazardous conditions. The names of the victims remain undisclosed out of respect for the grieving family. Recovery operations are painstakingly slow, requiring specialized techniques like the delayering process. This method involves using heavy machinery to systematically remove layers of debris while simultaneously suppressing lingering flames. MJ Learman, representing T5NETF1, explained that this technique had been successfully deployed earlier this month following severe flooding in Texas. However, challenges abound, Structural engineers warned that the lightweight steel warehouse, combined with a concrete elevator structure, makes access exceptionally difficult. Not only does this create instability, but the persistent fire continues to weaken the remaining structure. Adding complexity to the operation, traffic near the explosion site has been rerouted as emergency crews focus on containment and cleanup. Cloverly Road, between Main Street and Platt Avenue, is closed, and Schneider Street remains blocked off entirely. Residents are strongly encouraged to avoid the area altogether, as firefighting equipment remains actively deployed. Some local businesses have even suspended operations for the day to accommodate the ongoing response. Ashley Engler, program manager for NETF1 and leader of the search and rescue team, highlighted the collaborative nature of the effort. Local, state, and contractor resources are working hand in hand to ensure a systematic approach to debris removal. Structural engineers are assisting in navigating the unstable environment safely, though progress is hindered by the active fire, which shows no signs of abating. In a statement released Wednesday afternoon, Governor Pillen expressed gratitude to the multitude of agencies contributing to the response. He acknowledged the immense strain placed on first responders and extended heartfelt condolences to the families affected by the tragedy. Suzanne and he, added, are keeping the victims' loved ones in their thoughts and prayers. Thankfully, Mayor Spellerberg reported no immediate environmental concerns stemming from the fire. Nevertheless, firefighting efforts persist, with neighboring departments lending critical support. Carl Mielsen, chief of the Fremont Rural Volunteer Fire Department, recognized the tireless contributions of units from Nickerson, North Bend, Hooper, Arlington, Waterloo, Valley, Cedar Bluffs, and Scribner. We're committed to staying until the job is done, Nielsen affirmed, though he admitted there's currently no clear timeline for completing the operation. Law enforcement agencies are also playing a vital role in managing the scene. Adjutant General Craig Strong, director of the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, authorized the deployment of 14 NETF1 personnel, bringing expertise in structural issues and a canine unit to aid in the search. Misinformation about the event has circulated online, prompting Fremont officials to clarify rumors. Contrary to false reports, residents were not asked to reduce or discontinue water usage. Furthermore, Mayor Spellerberg confirmed communication channels remain open with both the governor's office and Horizon Biofuels leadership. Horizon Biofuels, one of 3 commercial pellet plants in Nebraska, produces wood pellets derived from waste materials. Under the brand name Elkhorn Valley Animal Bedding, the company employs 10 people and manufactures products used for animal bedding and fuel. If you'd like to contribute to the relief efforts, consider donating food or supplies. Several restaurants, including Hy-Vee, Jimmy John's, and McDonald's, generously provided meals for emergency workers on Tuesday. On Wednesday, additional donations were requested to sustain the crews laboring tirelessly through the fire and recovery phases. A nearby church has stepped up to collect bottled water and beverages for those on site. Stay tuned for further developments in this unfolding story. For real-time updates, sign up for First Alert 6 email alerts to receive breaking news directly to your inbox. And don't forget to weigh in on the discussion. Are there lessons we can learn from this tragedy to prevent similar incidents in the future?